Greetings guys and girls, fellow gamers, my name is Kickz and welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to continue with last Epoch. I've been doing a little bit of a grind and trying to figure out how to best push in our monolith the corruption, and there's a few things that I learned over the last few days. So one of the things is I didn't know how I'm going to split my corruption push, so I never really got to that point before. So even when the game released, I got to empowered monolith. I pushed a little bit, but then kind of left it there. But this time we're gonna try to get the loot from the harbingers. One of them I need 200 corruption. I'm nearly there, so I actually found now a system that works for me that I'm gonna do. So one of the timelines that I'm pushing in the moment is the Black Sun, because that is where the world splitter can drop, which is the weapon I'm kind of after. I don't know if I'm gonna go sword or axe yet, so we're gonna probably try to get two things. We're gonna try to get the world splitter, and we're going to try to get more versions of that sword, the cloth needle, and see if we can get lucky and get the right attributes on it. The cloth needle though doesn't come with LP, it comes with Weaver as well, so we have to kind of get lucky on what we roll on that. But nonetheless, currently the stronger weapon I have is this one. That's the strongest one I could find. It's even stronger than the cloth needle right now. I have been working on trying to collect a lot more of the Gaze of Oribus. So one of the things that I have been doing is push the web. I'm at 164 corruption right now. And then every time I get up there, I do the boss, but I don't do the corruption. I actually start collecting more Gazes of Oribus because, you know, you don't always succeed the first time you do the shade. And if you don't succeed, you know, you want to have backup as well. And also, if you have a couple of, if you want to have a couple of backup, it's better, because once you're out and spread out of the web, you get a lot more stability much quicker. However, there's also a different way of gathering stability, which I didn't know about. So I saw Rax actually showing this off in a video, and I was like, wow, I didn't know you can do that. So you can actually use the newly added Cliff of Envy, and using that on a standard item, you can actually do whatever you want on it. It doesn't really matter, but it then increases the current stability of your current timeline. So you can execute this, say, 4 or 5 times on an item, and your stability goes back up, and you can fight the boss again. You do it again, you can fight the boss again. And these guys drop quite regularly, so you know, you don't need to worry about anything there. So I think I had about 40 or something. I was trying to do it a few times, and then I failed a couple of times on the shade. The shade actually was quite tough at the higher corruption level. But yeah, another thing that I did is, and I got that also in the same video from Rax, is one of the things that I was kind of not sure about is this web. So I was focusing heavily on champions, which is fine. But one of the things I didn't know you can do is, I knew you can put a gear here, so we already had that last time, yeah? But I didn't look in this corner yet. So I looked kind of up here with the Nemesis, and then here was the champions. And this side I kind of ignored up to now because I never really looked into it. There's a lot of lizards. Loot lizards. And they're hilarious when they spawn in groups because you get so much loot, it's not even funny. So you get the blue ones, the yellow ones, the red ones, and the silver ones, I guess that's what they are. And then you have another one here. So there's 3 or 4 types of them, and they can spawn like all at the same time, sometimes with a beacon, like, which is absolutely hilarious. So what I started doing is, I need a better helmet, so I put a helmet in to this slot, which should hopefully roll. The tier of the shield affix can roll up to the tier of the corresponding affix on the item. The number of items in the pile is equal to the number of the affixes on the item. So I don't know exactly what that means in plain English, but we're gonna have a helmet in there that I have also in here to basically have that chance twice happening here. So similar items are more likely to have the same rarity, subtype, and affixes as the imprinted item. So we want mana, reduced channel cost, that's the main thing, but we want to hopefully get something on a higher tier to drop. That would be really amazing. You also can actually put the weaver or the woven echoes in, like these little things. The woven echoes, you can actually place them in here as well, the ones you want. And one of the things that I didn't even think about is how to utilize them best, because kind of once I did them the first time, I kind of ignored them. And I was like, yeah, we did it and we don't have to worry about anything anymore. So what you can actually do is you can have multiple of these echoes impact other echoes that you are placing. So one of the things, and again, it's all from the same video that I watched, so I borrowed from that, so thanks again, Mr. Rax, on that. That actually works quite well, and I'm just doing it at the moment, and it's hilariously fun. So one of the echoes you have is, once you finish running that echo, every echo in the circumference of this echo will get more packs of weavers, which basically means more enemies, which means more chances of loot, but also more memory amber. So you get more and more of that currency that you need to buy more woven echoes, yeah, from down here, from the where is he gone now? Sorry, from this guy down here that is in the Haven of Silk. And so far I didn't really do anything. I have like 50,000 of those echoes. I really have been ignoring them for the longest time because I just wasn't sure really how to best utilize them. And that's definitely one way, which is a lot of fun. So another one is an echo where you get a lot of shrines during the echo, which is this one here, the Temple of the Forgotten, and it just puts shrines everywhere. And it's absolutely hilariously fun to run through these because you just continuously get buffed. You have loads of enemies from the other echo being imprinted into this, and it's just crazy. So we got to start off actually with one of them just to show you actually how much fun this can be. And because I'm already at 164 corruption, the stability of the timeline should hopefully, the maximum stability is quite large. It's much larger than if you're on the lower corruption difficulties, but we're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna move out further down here, and then we're gonna start doing the boss, and hopefully we're gonna get a corruption to 200, which then means we have a chance of getting the world splitter, which is what I'm after. So anyway, that's the plan. Pinna, how are you? Good evening. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. So that's the plan anyway. So you can see here, this one here is one of those shrine echoes, which is crazy.
Stand down or die.
So you just should have a lot of these. You get the extra powers. You go on to the next one. Right here. And they just keep building up and building up. There we go. There's two right beside each other. There's another one up here. And everything just dies amazingly fast. Oh, there one was money. Very good. I like it. Sometimes you get one that spawns loads of those lizards, which is hilarious. Because you can get loads of loot dropping then. So you can see all the effects here on the bottom left, in the middle, or left center, that we get from those shrines. It's really, really fun because especially at the higher corruption levels, when you're a bit more squishy, having all these shrines is a great way of, upgrading your strength and your defenses. So now the echo is finished, but we're gonna continue collecting more, obviously, stability, but also going through more of those shrines in case we get the nice loot ones. And here we get some more runes as well, which is great. And we get loads and loads of memory amber as well from all these extra groups of mobs. that we added from the other echo. There we go. And there's a few more up here. This is just crazy. This one had runes, very nice. Why are you lying, game? Just can't handle all the stuff that's going on. Oh, we actually left some ember here behind. There we go. And I think, no, there's still a little bit left in the middle here. Let's see if we get lucky with those lizards. I've had them actually in every single shrine echo so far. It's so I don't know if it's guaranteed that you get one of each type of shrine, but there we go. This one is more money again. And I think we have more. You have a couple of more shrines down here. There we go. More memory ember. Another 140 memory ember. And if we're lucky, we might get a champion or two as well here. There's more here. Yes, here we go. This is crazy. Look at this. So we got loads of shots. We got a 200 sword. We got some body armor, another bit of body armor, a relic, a belt. Now, this is only gonna drop, obviously, the uniques that can drop as a general unique. However, we can get the cloth needle or whatever it is a lot here as well. Car, how are you? I hope you're doing well. H2O, I hope you're doing well yourself as well. I don't know, this is something that I probably wouldn't use, to be honest, on my spec. I wouldn't use any of this stuff, like, but let me see. No, I don't think any of the items I need can drop here except for the cloth needle. But it's nice to see that you have all the possibilities of those drops, which is nice. Resistance, fire resistance, oh, damage over time. Poison resistance, it's not max, they're all very low. This one is max, but it's a tiny one. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Like, so I don't think there is any more shrines left here. No. Okay. So they also generate, like you can see here, absolute massive maps. Some experience here. And you get loads of experience from those echoes, of course. Oh, what do we have here? We have the 2 symbols of hope. Class 2. Nice. That is actually pretty sweet. So once I find the relic that I want, I can merge, well, 2 symbols of hope. It would be good to get that as a tier 6 drop, but 2 tier 5 is not bad at all. Right now I'm going to take these off though. So here we go. Here we go, we got all 5 shards. Very nice. I think the difference is if you use the shattering, you have a chance of getting 1 to 5 shards or none. Actually 0 to 5 shards. And if you use the removal, it actually gives you all the shards back what it removes. So having just 2 removals affixes means, you know, you only have a maximum of 2 removal shards, runes that you have to use. So yeah, none of these I'm gonna keep, so that's fine. And I can now get rid of this as well.
Yes.
So I have a Siphon of Anguish that dropped already in the last stream. I don't think I played this one. Last Epoch is great. I actually have way more fun with this than Path of Exile 2, to be honest. But just personal preference, you know. Mainly probably because I haven't spent as many hundreds of hours on Last Epoch than I have on Path of Exile 2, so maybe it's just a bit of burnout. So increase. This one is a really interesting one. I was very lucky with this boot. It got 30% increased movement speed from the Weaver's Will, which is amazing. However, this one is slightly faster still. So if I put this one in, I have 57 only. And the reason is because this one gives me 0.2 increased movement speed per added melee void damage. And our whole build is based around melee void damage and speed. So we're going much faster with this one. Now, once we have more mana and we don't have as many mana issues and I can use Void Cleave constantly to zip around, we might be able to put these boots in, because I think, do they increase damage actually? No, they don't. So they're actually not an improvement. However, though, actually, they do generate haste, and when I gain haste or refresh its duration, I gain 35 ward with a 1 second cooldown in between, and your minions gain haste. So the minions are not important, but it seems that this will generate ward when I generate haste. Does it? How does that work? Chance to gain haste for 3 seconds when a nearby enemy dies. Okay, less damage when you gain haste. So this is more. This is very good for mapping, I guess, when you have a lot of mobs. So not really for bossing. Okay, so we might have that in the back pocket, because at some point when things get so hard and difficult, it would be good to have more defense. And yeah, so there's a couple of items I'm kind of keeping. So yeah, let's see. Is there anything else that we had to go through now? Okay, so now we're nearly there. I show you now the crafting. So if I go and take just a normal item, let's take this yellow one here. Doesn't matter. And I'm gonna put this one in here. If I use the Cliff of Envy on this, so you can see right now I have a stability of 760, yeah, and I need obviously 800 to play this. So if I don't know exactly how much stability you get, if it can be pre-calculated, it probably can. I don't know exactly how the maths works behind it, but we can see if we use the Cliff of Envy, it destabilizes the item and unpredictably changing all properties other than the affixes being upgraded. This stability is siphoned to the most recent monolith timeline you entered, greatly increasing its stability. The fortune potential of the item is not changed beyond the normal reduction. So we're just gonna do this and say we upgrade freeze rate multiplier. I have 51 shards for that, so I can afford it. So you're still doing an upgrade, but we do this. We now gained 155 stability. So we don't need to do any more. So we can see we're here now. Now I can use this item and do this a few more times on it once I fought the boss, and I can immediately fight the boss again. Now, if you're already all the way out on the map, where you have the corruption unlocked, then yeah, you might as well just do the couple of echoes instead of wasting your runes of envy, because it's just much faster and more fun to do the echoes, like end of story. But and I don't have a corruption one unlocked yet, so which probably will be around here, so we still have to, you know, go through these anyway. But you don't have to worry about, oh, I have to do 15 more, you know, for the stability. You can just craft when you have these runes of enemies, which is great. And now we can do the boss. Now I will do the Harbinger, but I probably will fail. The Harbinger is actually really hard, and I don't know, the Harbinger here at level 164 doesn't drop the World Splitter, but it potentially can drop other things I might need. I don't know. We'll have a look. So the items that I need, and the World Splitter from the Black Sun, the Cloth Needle can drop anywhere. I think that's what's called the Clothless Needle. Can drop anywhere. It's just a generic unique. Hence, I have added it to the Weaver's Tree, you know, to hopefully drop more frequently in this one. when opening lost caches and echoes, and this one is place a weapon shoulder and imprint the slot to have a small chance to drop a pile of similar items when killing enemies in your regular echoes. And this one is when you open lost caches, so you know, to increase the chance of that as well. And I think the relic I'm looking for is in the Fallen, in the Fall of the Empire timeline potentially, and this doesn't matter. So what we can do is we can actually just waste the Runes of Envy to increase the stability into the bosses. I don't even think I need the Harbinger. The boss fight alone is enough, and that should have a chance of dropping the relic I need. But again, if I have higher corruption, there's a higher chance of the relic to drop, so it might be good to actually get the corruption up there raised as well. So again, this one I do lose a few times every now and then because you know, my build is still trying to grow, and mistakes are made, you know. So I kind of know at this stage what he's doing, and I know what not to do. It doesn't mean I always manage to not do it. It just means I'm more aware. Yeah, we already got him down to 40%. Oh, here we go. They had hit me once. Luckily, I survived. There we go. He's down. Oh, yeah, the Harbinger. Yeah, the Harbinger. Oh, my God. Like, he can one-shot me. Okay, I have to get a distance here. Luckily, I get a lot of health back quickly when I hit him. Because of my leech. I have a very high leech. Oh, this one is so tough. He does that so fast. I felt that. And then the screen going black every time he hits is also so distracting. Come on. Yes. Okay, good. Now I have increased void damage, but what I'm really looking for is crit chance. I have a better crit chance. I might actually just go with increased leech rate for now. I don't know. Or do I leave this? I leave it. Shred void resistance. That would be sweet though. I don't know. What is my current? Do I see my current void shred? My void damage penetration is 40%. It would be good to get shred to make that penetration count more, but I don't think shred is something stat that we can see. Although, let me see if I can see some shred here. Is shred just not a thing that we can see? It would be nice to have it here as an extra stat here under because we have damage, penetration, and shred should also be something that should be listed there. Okay, so I suppose I can always swap them out anyway, the ones I have unlocked. So yeah, let's try the shred and see if that works better. We lose a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Okay, so let's see what actually dropped. We got Cliff of Envy, so you get another Cliff of Envy, Collapsing Horizon, New Woven Echo. This is not the relic I'm after, but it's a relic. We have a belt from a set. We have the gloves. These gloves drop non-stop, so they seem to be very common. And we have the prefix here. What else dropped? The wand, and then an amulet of... Okay. All right, so now I have 2 of those. 2 of those. So if I fight the boss again now, I'm not gonna do the Harbinger. I'm just gonna do the boss, and that is just to get more orbs very quickly. But we want to get to a point where we have the corruption unlocked, so we can do the corruption run then. So let me just go through this one, because that is impacted also by the shrines. And I think then we're kind of done. And we're gonna move out to the ones that are further out. So this one doesn't have the shrines because it's not a woven echo. It's a normal echo. But oh, what do we have here? Stay here, stay here, stay with me. There we go. What do we get? Oh, it's a wand. Okay, yeah, I don't need wands. Oh well, we have one here. Yeah, I haven't set up a loot filter for the idols yet, which is a bit annoying because I don't really know. This one, critical strike chance resist is good. I don't know what I'm really looking for. I mean, I always look for resistances, but I don't like resistances that are not maxed, yeah? So, like, there you go, 8% poison resistance, I like that. 17 fire, converted to ward. It's not really something I need, but the resistance is nice to have. And here we have 7 out of 8 resistance. We can ignore that. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah. So yeah, the idols is the only thing where I don't have any loot filters set up yet. I also have the Nemesis down there, currently empowering another Ring of Anguish, which drops from the shade. And that's my best in slot kind of ring. Obviously, we needed to get it with better stats and all that. Oh, what do we have here? Ooh, don't get sidetracked looking at pretty things. Let's just pick it all up and then look at it later. So, there we go. Empower. There we go.
Down or die.
Another lizard, very nice. Oh, I love it. Even if I need nothing of the drops, it's just always so sexy and satisfying when it does drop. Let's see what we got here. A helmet, gloves, armor, helmet. Oh, that bear stuff. Yeah, we actually have to test at some point, trying to get some really powerful items and put that bear affix on it and get like the extra strength. That would actually be sweet to try out just for funsies, you know. That's really it. Okay, there's the Echo Boss.
Stand down or die.
It was the Echo Boss, and ooh, nice, got some runes. Let's get that stability. Oh, nice. Runes of removal and runes of shattering. And more memory amber. More runes. Oh, what do we have here? That's a two-handed spear, which I'm not gonna use, so. So one of the things that I didn't realize is I thought a two-handed weapon is a two-handed weapon, meaning that if I have a two-handed spear with a tier 7 void damage, I can put that on a legendary sword or something like that. I thought two-handers were two-handers, but it seems you have to be really explicitly exact. Oh, we have the gloves. Come on. And I think we're done now. Yeah. Okay. Experience. Some more shots. Okay, so let's see what we picked up here. Fire 17, 8, and what was that? 5, lightning, 8, yeah, that. Okay, so the gloves we got, Fingers of the Phantom, Evade is replaced by Terrify. Yeah, we're not going to use that. See, there's another one of those boots with Weaver's Will. So we could see if we get some good... 30% movement speed is a killer, though. It's absolutely fantastic. So I want more Darkstride boots, actually. So... Darkstride boots. Because they also drop with Weaver's Will. No, they don't. They drop with Legendary Potential. And I need more of those because I need some with more Legendary Potential, and I need some so I can actually roll 30% movement speed on it. That would be really good. So this one is only a mid-roll kind of T6. Yeah, and we have already these shots here. The last pair. So this can be put on a helmet, this can be put on a chest, and this can be put on a glove. So we could theoretically get like a really good one with a prefix, though. So we have to sacrifice a prefix on the chest, which means if we have Warpath, we won't get the strength. So if we get a T7 Warpath on that, then we could theoretically put a T5 endurance and physical damage leech as health on hit, but we don't really use physical damage. Yeah, it's a pity. It's kind of fun to play with these, but none of these are actually useful for me, to be honest. What's the one on the suffix? This one is health regen, endurance threshold. That's good. Increased health regen per point of strength and increased melee physical damage. That is actually good. Because physical damage does nothing to me, but melee physical damage is good for me because it kind of gets converted to void damage. So we could put these two on, one on the gloves and one on a helmet, and then get the 2-set bonus, which is endurance threshold per strength, and that would make us really strong. So if I put the helmet right now on, for example, and the gloves, I would lose a lot of damage and all that. But you can see here my endurance threshold goes straight up to 806. From 692. So putting that on a very strong item would obviously be much better, because if you have it on an item that has a shit ton of strength, then there you go, you know. So yeah, we're gonna use that to in the Echo, where we can take them apart and get the runes out of them. Oh yeah, and go.
Yes. Take care.
Yeah, let's go and see if we can find corruption. This is all done now, I think. Yeah, we did all them. So let's move out. Might as well go down here because there's going to be a unique, and this one is also giving us more woven echoes. So the aim today is to get into 200 corruption in the Black Sun timeline and be able to kill the Harbinger and hopefully get lucky with the World Splitter. But even just getting to 200 corruption and surviving it, that would be great. And then we can also go to the other timeline where the relic falls, use the Envy, Rune of Envy, to craft very quickly the stability up and do the boss a couple of times and see if we get lucky with the relics to drop. Ooh. So we're doing now 295,000 damage and 62,000 damage with Warpath. So we're doing quite a lot of damage now with our build. Come on. Oh, we have 2 chests here. That's nice. Okay, nothing here. Tombs of Favor. What is Tombs of Favor? What is a Tomb of Favor? Oh, that increases the favor with the Harbinger standing, probably? Okay. Rune Warden, very nice. We're gonna get a prisoner here.
My brilliance is unequal. I am supreme.
There we go. Into toast. Oh wow, look at all that. Experimental items also I don't have a loot filter for yet because I kind of don't know what if there's any, if any at all, experimental items there are that are good for my build yet. So I haven't figured that out. So I don't have a filter at all for those yet. But I found a lot of them are just not very useful for what I'm looking for. Ooh, oh, hang on. Ooh, okay. Temple Guardian. There we go. Okay. What do we have there? 200 staff. Nice. And another glove. Oh, I haven't seen them ones before. It's always kind of nice to start slowly seeing certain items over and over and knowing where they drop. So these are generic unique drops, but I think, I'm not sure if they only can occur in this timeline or if they can drop in any timeline. That's...
I cannot be contained.
I think we're nearly done. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh yes, look at that, juicy. Gloves and helmet. Okay, take it. Those gloves can drop very early ahead and empowered 82% melee damage at level 10 or 12. Wow, that is amazing. One of the mechanics that I didn't know, that I haven't tested yet, but heard about, that is really cool and such a great quality of life, is the catch-up mechanic they have between timelines and the catch-up mechanic they have per character. So say I pretty much got to a point now where getting an upgrade on my Void Knight is like taking very long, or I just want to experiment with a new class, yeah? Like, first of all, you have to play the new class and you have to play through the campaign again. Well, kind of, yeah? So you can actually go into the dungeons, I don't know which timeline it is here, into the Lightless Arbor dungeon, and you just get a key. If you get a key, you can get very early into the monolith. And if you get a key, you can just do the Lightless dungeon, you can cut across here, and you basically short circuit past the campaign. Now, all these passive point rewards and idle slots, I believe there's a way of also getting them quicker, so you don't have to play the full campaign anymore on a second character. But even better, when you get to the monolith, and say we are sitting here at, I don't know, say 800 corruption or 500 corruption. I mean, 800 probably will never be able to do it. But say 500 corruption, yeah? And you start a new character, you can actually go to a timeline and there will be an echo which allows you to basically upgrade the corruption much quicker. So you can, there's a catch-up mechanic as well, so that you don't have to suffer through the whole grinding process again on the new character, which is really awesome. It's absolutely fantastic. So okay, did we get anything interesting? Increased melee damage, increased damage taken, health, increased movement speed. What do we have at the moment? We have increased melee attack speed, which is very important. Mana, very important. Health regen, it's very important. Critical strike avoidance and dodge rating. Yeah, these are all very good stats, actually. It's just they're not high enough tier, but they're very good stats. So I don't really want to get rid of them. So let me just look at my wish list of items. I don't know if I have actually any legendary. I think there is a legendary glove, which let me see where that drops. Okay, database. Immortal Vice, I think it's called. Yeah, the Immortal Vice, and that can drop. Oh, it can only drop from Aberoth. Yeah, so that's an item I'm not gonna get anytime soon, if at all. Yeah, not gonna happen. So, but the relic right now we're looking for, the gloves we're looking for right now is just any Sentinel gloves that have a good amount of mana, heavy attack speed, you know, things like that. So we are looking at these kind of stats for that, of course, you know, which is really, really good. Increased critical strike chance and so on. Now this is critical strike avoidance, so strike chance would be better because our critical strike chance right now is at 34% with 300% critical strike multiplier. So we are doing a lot of damage right now. Procs. Okay, what do we have here actually? Increased chance to find potion, don't care, poison. The stats on the belt, ward gained on potion. Actually, that one is a very good one. It's a T7. Oh, okay. So that would go really well into the LP belt if I find one. Endurance threshold is also very good. Let's see if we can get that up to 250. Yeah, this one is for crafting. Stability. So where is the rune? It's the rune not of havoc. Where is it? Rerolls the values of all affixes. Okay. All right. And let's put that in. So we now have 211 and we have 51 fortune potential. So that's very good. So it would be good to get that 250 number. Let's see. 212, 188, 197, 250. Very good. Another stat we're looking for is increased health, which I don't know if this is a suffix or affix. Increased health. Increased health. It's a suffix, so we can put that here, which is nice. And let me get that all the way up. There we go. And the rest doesn't really matter. So the belt we're looking for drops from, let me see, shattered chains. What is it called? What's the belt called? Shattered chains. That drops from the Shade of Orbis. Any Shade of Orbis it can drop, actually. Do I have Shattered Chains? That sounds familiar. Do I already have that? No. Okay. I don't know why I collect all of them. I'm not going to use any of them. I suppose, you know, just for funsies. Yeah, this one is no good, but it has a 30%. That's so sexy. Increased void damage, endurance threshold. Now we have something with LP here, so technically, yeah, let's keep that one. So we have this one here with high endurance threshold, but nothing else. And then this one here is very good for the ward gained on potion use, which is obviously very important. And this one here, we can just
Yes.
get rid of.
Take care.
Let's get that unique. And this one we can put, suppose, how many weavers do I have? 7. Well, let's see what we get. Vitality, physical resistance, so that, yeah, that's not very good. So we can get rid of that.
Yes.
And this ring here has a really good mana regeneration, which I can put on a Siphon of Anguish if I get one was LP. So increased mana regeneration is very good on a ring, or just in general strength and health would be very good as well. So maybe mana regeneration is not my favorite, but strength would be. There's actually a thing you can do which I don't have a lot of luck with, just to show you this actually, because I am very unlucky with this. So say we have T7 mana regeneration, but I don't want T7 mana regeneration. I want T7 strength, yeah? There actually is a Rune of Havoc. What it does, it mixes up the stats. So basically it moves the T7 somewhere random, the T5 somewhere random, the T3 somewhere random, but I want T7 on strength. So, but I have very little potential left. So there we go, 0. And it moved to endurance. So yeah, this is not a very good ring now. So I'm gonna throw this out. But the idea basically is that if you find something with a T7 on another affix, you can put the affix you want on that item and then use the Rune of Havoc to cycle through the RNG to hopefully get it to land with the T7 on the affix you want. And then you can push that into your item, yeah? So especially if you have an item unique with only 1 LP, it's very handy because you can basically say, oh, I want this on there, yeah? So, but yeah, this ring didn't work out in the end, so yeah. Anyway. So let's go. So I just wanted to show you this because it's actually quite interesting what the game lets you do, and it's crazy. Biggles, how are you? Hidden Truth? Jeffrey, good gloves at level 15. That's true, yeah. Don't forget you can loot the base item and upgrade to unique via Rune of Cliffs. Yeah, but you can't do that for the one, like you can't do it for the World Splitter. and I can't do that for the relic. So I actually tried looking it up in the database, and even the Shattered Chains belt doesn't actually go from, it can't be generated by the rune. And the relic is the anchor, anchor, what is it called? The lost anchor, anchor of oblivion. So the anchor of oblivion is an item that you can only obtain from the hardened husk in the Fall of the Empire timeline. No corruption required, but of course higher corruption, you know, further away from wherever, like you get a higher chance. So the Harden's Husk, I think, is just the boss, or is it the Harbinger? I don't actually know. I think it's the Harbinger. So Fall of the Empire timeline, we can run that a few more times to see if we get lucky and get my relic. That would be really good. Light radius is the only stat that matters. Oh my god, Path of Exile 2 can go absolutely top itself on that stupid light radius stats. Yeah, so we'll see.
Stand down or die.
There was a chest over there. Oh yes, come here. Thank you. Oh, don't stand and shit. Don't stand and shit. Okay, what do we get? A couple of runes. Got boots, a ring, relic, belt. Oh, we got another one of those boots. So these boots seem to be dropping quite a lot, actually. And Symbol of Hope? Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
Mana courses through me. I did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong.
Stand down.
We're not gonna go in there. I don't need anything from there.
Stand down. Die.
Okay, we still have a little bit of corruption, stability to go. There's not a lot of mobs here. Density could be better, I guess.
Stand down or die.
That's why that other Woven Echo is so great, where it adds random groups of mobs everywhere in the surrounding echoes. It's so great for density. We're nearly leveling up again. Actually, let's see if we can level up before we leave here. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh no, we can... There we go, level 95, thank you. Oh, an amulet. Summon Spriggan. Yeah, that amulet means nothing to us. There you go, there's a rune of weaving, which is great. So we can pop this into here. Rune of weaving. Strength. Dexterity is not my favorite. Oh, very spread out. Cooldown recovery speed. Ooh. But we would be giving up so much speed, it's not even funny. Yeah, I don't... yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Yes. I don't think there is any other boots. This is my best in slot boots. I just need a better version of them. So... Increased cooldown recovery. Increased symbol gain rate, increased healing effectiveness, increased armor, symbols of hope. Might keep that just in case we're gonna be able to play around with some of that stuff. So I don't think I've seen that drop before. Yeah, it's the first time I see this ring.
Yes. Take care.
Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay, my build I'm currently aiming for is just damage output at this stage. Health, resistances are always good. Yeah, might as well. Just keep going into that. Get that health up for better endurance threshold. It's a relic, but it's for mage. And... oh yeah. We did this one, so let's do the key and then another one of those. Ooh, this one might actually be fun. Destroys the Vessel of Chaos in this echo to reroll the rewards of nearby incomplete. Oh, so anything I haven't completed yet. This one reveals all nearby echoes. Yeah, we're gonna have to move further down here, and there is more of those weavers, so yeah, we're gonna do this one. So yeah, one more corruption. I think one more corruption fight I need to win, then we're gonna be able to do the Harbinger and have a chance at the World Splitter. I think the base chance is 15% drop chance. Starting at corruption level 200. Dark Zweihänder. Ooh. 200 Spear.
Stand down or die.
These guys are scary, man. The stuff they can... damage they can do. Oh, increased void damage over time, but it's only 60%. Ooh. Man, if two of those circles hit you at the same time, you're so screwed. Oh, nice. There's the Nemesis. We might actually get that upgraded ring. And maybe it's better than what we're having right now. Oh. I just wanted to see what that mace is. Okay, so I put a Siphon of Anguish in and gave me 2 legendary potential. Ooh. Okay. So now I just need to find a ring. So currently I have rings with very specific affixes, yeah? So, like, I'm looking, for example, either void damage or, you know, health or added health. Why is increased health? Hang on a second. Why is all this health? It shouldn't be. Rings don't even have those affixes. That doesn't even make sense. That's weird. Hang on, did I mess up my loot filter here? So, increased critical strike chance, health, strength. Sorry. Increased critical strike chance, strength and health. Endurance, and increased void damage. Added health. Not by health regen. So I must have forgotten to... I cloned it from somewhere else and I must have forgotten to take the tick box off. Critical strike chance, that's correct. Damage type, void damage, that's correct. And here we have endurance, that's correct. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, that's weird. So now, technically, what we also could do is... if we're looking for rings, we could in the end say, okay, show anything. We can filter it down by specific item types. But say, for example, show me any sword, 200 sword or 200 axe, or any amulet, ring, or relic which has any... I don't know if you can do that actually. Affix count. Sealed affix, not sealed. Can I say with at least one? How can I select all? You see, what I want here is now, I want to select all affixes, and I don't care what affix it has, as long as it has T7 affixes. Because in the beginning, specifically, it means that I can use that. Yeah, I don't know why you can't just say select all or any affix. I don't know why you can't do that. Because basically, any with at least one of these affixes on the same item, that is max level, basically. more equal 7, I guess, because that's all I care about. And we want to color that in, I don't know, let's go with purple and emphasize. So now technically it means any item that has a T7, any of the 5 types of items that has any tier 7, at least one, because then what we can do is we can do the Rune of Havoc thing where we can rotate that. So we theoretically could play with that, if that makes sense. Color is kind of awful though. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's something that you could do if you have a lot of Rune of Havocs. Right now I don't have Rune of Havocs. So, but I suppose I just want to see how many T7 items we actually get. So this one here has a T7, so technically it will show that. So you can see it here. So if I put the loot filter, oh no, that's actually shown because I'm looking for why is that number 7? That is a boot. Number 7 is relics. Did I completely feck up my filters? No, relics. Yeah. Wow. No, it's not 7. I must be getting the numbers wrong because this is definitely the boots. Yeah, it's 6. Oh yeah. It has renumbered. It doesn't. Yeah, the filters are a bit slow. It's weird. They don't really renumber things properly until much later. I don't know why that is. So technically it is 7. So, but anything that basically falls through here on the affixes should then get picked up here. Very strange you can't do that. Just any affix. That you don't care about the affixes. But just want them to be 7. Interesting. Yeah, I don't like these. Oh, there's one right there. There's one that already dropped. Let's see what that is. Because I want to play around with that idea. So technically this one here is T7 health. But it's a relic. But for relics, for example, yeah, we're looking for mana or all resistances while channeling. But I can put all resistances while channeling on it. And then just simply use the Rune of Havoc to try to get it on it. Yeah? Theoretically. If that makes sense. So we could keep them for when we actually have the Rune of Havoc. But obviously what we want in the end, we want to make our filter stricter and stricter to just only find items that are already rolled perfectly or close enough to perfect. Yeah, because otherwise, yeah, we're picking up, here we go, chance to bleed on hit. But theoretically, we can put, say, if we want on the weapon void damage or something. Or melee attack speed on that. We could put melee attack speed on that and then try to do the Rune of Havoc and pop it over to that side. Especially if it's already a good roll. And the Rune of Havoc then, if we have fortune potential left, you can then even roll it to go to a higher tier. However, you want to do the rolling first, I guess, because the Rune of Havoc doesn't actually destroy the tier value. So the rolls of the affix within the tiers are preserved. So if I have a max roll of T7 chance to bleed on hit, say I have 208%, if I get that T7 on physical damage, it will be the maximum T7 physical damage as well. So, which is really handy. So you want to obviously roll first with the Rune of Refinement to re-roll the value to get it to the perfect maximum stat, and then the Rune of Havoc to get it around. It's a lot of potential that you need on an item to do it, so I think maybe it's not really worthwhile right now because I don't have that many Runes of Havocs. So we might not even, it might actually not make even sense to collect these right now. Yeah, anyway, sorry, it's just, you know, that's all part of the game. Okay, so, oh, revert completed echoes? Ooh, that's kind of fancy. Oh, especially if you have woven echoes around that. But yeah, let's do this one here first. We have another echo here. Very good. Another woven echo. Once. I mean once. Activate shrines. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. Give me all the shrines.
Stand down or die.
Yes. Lizard. Oh, what did it drop? A relic and a one-handed axe, but not from my class, otherwise I would be showing it. I love these, they're so awesome. There we go. Oh, we got a relic. It won't be the relic I need because that doesn't drop from random places. Oh man, this is awesome. Oh, we got increased speed, 122% movement speed. That is just so sexy. Oh, there's the boss. Our damage is now 304 because of the extra speed. Look at that. That was nice. That was so quick, getting the stability up. Runes of Shattering and Discovery. Very nice. Okay. I don't need that either.
Yes.
Not the relic I need. Oh, that movement speed though. Do we have a corruption unlocked somewhere? No. So this here first. And then hopefully we're going to be able to do the boss to get another third Orb of Orbis. Then we're going to find a corruption, increase that to 200, and then we use the stability of the Rune of Envy to trigger the boss straight away and do the and see if we can beat even on corruption to 100 the Husk, the Harbinger, sorry. There is a chest down there.
Down or die.
Let's go up here first.
I won't go back. I did nothing wrong.
That is a two-handed spear. Okay. Let's go down there and pick up the chest. Oh, nice. Another lizard. Ah, what is that? A wand. Yeah, I don't care much for wands. And another lizard. And oh, Titan Heart. In favor. Let's get some more stability. What do we have? Another belt. Slinger. Don't think that's useful for me, but we'll see. Yeah, 69 out of 90. That's it. I know there's a bit more, but it's a bit of out of our way. We got another ring. Health regen for totems. Yeah. Ooh, 2,300. Yeah, always like a little bit of money. I don't need money, but it's always nice. Okay, so boots. Lessons of the Metropolis. Increased movement speed, dodge rating, increased dodge rating, dexterity. Yeah, don't really need that. The Thorn Slinger. What is that? Chance to bleed on hit, increased movement speed, increased throw and attack speed, damage reflected. Yeah, throw and attack speed not useful at all for us. In this chest, armor, less damage taken while wielding, 200 melee weapon, increased melee damage, increased health. Oh, you do not regenerate health. That is an interesting one. That can... Oh, okay. So that actually is a suggested item for my build. We want Warpath on that. So the good thing is we have a chest with 2 Warpath. But it would be... So we could actually merge this right now. So the only thing is it doesn't give us regeneration of health, which is fine because technically we don't need health regen because leech is not considered health regen, I think. And if we look at our leech for void damage, we do a shit ton of leech actually. Melee damage leeches health. It says 4%, but that's not true. There is more than that. Increased healing effectiveness, gained as endurance, increased mana regen, slow chance, frostbite damage, ignite damage. So we could theoretically run with that. We lose the 2 Warpath points temporarily. Just to try it out and to see if we still regenerate health, especially during a boss fight. This one is a good roll. Oh no, 15 to 15, of course, is a good roll. Increased melee damage, 40%. Increased health, 40%. So we're nearly max. This is a very good roll, actually. Lightning resistance is like, meh. Don't really need lightning resistance. And it could be higher, so... But 114 armor. So if we use that, what would we lose on resistances? Not as much, actually. It would give us a shit ton of health. We would lose a lot of damage because our damage, we would lose 20 strength. But getting the 2 Warpath on it would be very good. Well, +4 Warpath, I think, is the T7 version. And then I just put more leech. You see, we have global melee health leech with axe. 10%. With the sword, we get higher critical strike chance. So this is either way a good one. And more damage. Like, I want to eventually put a point into Warrior's Fury, but we can't afford that right now. We just do not have the mana sustain for this. So interesting. So this chest and this, it's not even a T6, so yeah, we could get up to Warpath +4. That would be really nice. I think I have that here in my loot filter as well. Body armor. Yeah, we have the Warpath here. And level of Warpath, we want that at least at tier 6 or higher. So maybe we should wait and hang on for a while. Yeah, this one here kind of looks for Symbol of Hope, Warpath, anything with Warpath and Symbol of Hope, so we can collect the shards from that. But yeah, so this is a very good candidate for upgrading. Both of these are actually best in slot items for me. I just need to get the right items to merge with. So let's put them in here. Oof. How do I different? Oh, I have another Titan heart here actually, but that one doesn't have any. Oh, you know what we're gonna do with this one? We're gonna feed this one into we're gonna feed that into a nemesis egg. This one we can all sell. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get organized better here. Lothos needle. Yeah, see, I have some more dark strides here, but they're all rubbish. Okay. Increased critical strike chance. Did I get more damage with this one? No, because of the increased strike chance. But I on this one have more threshold. 696, 787. The cost of 2,000 damage. Let's try that out. Okay. That was for the relic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a slot where I put everything in that I want to use for crafting. Okay. Sorry, I haven't really spent a lot of time trying to get organized. This one here. Ooh, what does that do? Drops the echoes are more powerful, drop large amounts of memory ember. Nice. This one actually does exactly that. It scatters more units across. That is really sweet. I love it. Yeah, see, when I hit people, my health goes up so quickly. It's crazy. Where is that guy? He's wandering around here. There we go. Helmet, probably for a different class. Yeah, mage helmet. We're nearly there. Hopefully it was a corrupted echo soon. It doesn't look like we have much further to go. They should start showing up now. And then we get to 200 corruption. And ooh, what do we have here? Two-handed sword with a T7 chance to shred armor and hit. Very nice. That's for the Clothos needle, potentially. Why is there so no density in here? Ah.
My brilliance is unequaled.
Go. Here we go. Here's we can put the chest into there if there's an egg in there, and then we can see what we get lucky with. Replace, put the chest in there, confirm, yes. Rid of these nuisances in power. Nice. Oh, relic for mage. I think the other belt worked better because we were a little bit faster, I think, was the other belt. Let me just see. Ooh, my cold. I didn't realize my cold resistance was going down that much. Yeah, that's something I don't want to do right now. So I think I might... Yeah, I know the endurance threshold goes up, but no thank you. I was wondering why I was so much squishier. Anyway, put it on here. Oh, nice. So we got legendary potential on it. Well, that's better than nothing. Maybe we get a second legendary potential on it. That would be pretty sweet. And then we're gonna actually do a boss fight without the Harbinger, just so we can get another orb. And that doesn't reset the timeline, which is great. It just resets stability we don't care about right now. We just want to find the corrupted echo. Or the echo that increases corruption. That's all we really care about. And then we can use the item crafting to get the stability up really quickly. Without having to run any. It's a bow. Nobody cares about bows.
Yes.
604% chance to shred on armor hit. That's one of the things we're looking for, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's not our top priority. Our top priority is melee attack speed and melee void damage, but that is definitely for crafting. Actually, there is an increased melee attack speed on that. Maybe I get lucky. Yes, melee attack speed. There we go. It's only 77%. So now with the last Rune of Havoc, so now we can use this and see if we get lucky with it going to 96%. 91%. Ooh, that is good. That is really good. Should I chance it again? No. Oh, I don't want to chance it again because I can only do 2 more. If a worst case scenario, I think I'm gonna be happy with 91% for now. I'm not gonna chance my arm. So now, if we get a Cloth's needle, no, sorry, the Cloth's needle doesn't go in there, and it doesn't come with potential, does it not? How do we get that? How can we get? Something on the Clotho's needle. It comes with Weaver's Will. Oh my god, is that completely lucky then? So if the Weaver's, if the Clotho's needle does not come with legendary potential ever, how? So to get actually attack speed and everything on it, that's gonna be just pure luck. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Take care.
I have a crafting tab here, but yet I put everything in here. I'm not very organized. I have to at some point go through that. Okay, so let's do the boss again, but only the boss. And then down here, hopefully we're gonna start getting corruption. And we can get the Ring of Anguish here again from the boss. It doesn't drop from the Harbinger, so we don't actually need the Harbinger until corruption level 200. Ugh, shield.
My vengeance will be paid in ash.
Come on, there we go.
His hates, his despair, oblivion burns within me.
There we go. Okay, we got those gloves again.
This world is already dead.
46%. This is 35. Ooh, that's nice. Health, spell damage, leech. Yeah, let's get the higher percentage, definitely. Yeah, and now we have 3 gazes, but we don't care about the destabilization because we're just trying to find the corrupted one, then we're gonna get the stabilization from the item. Hang on a second. What? Why am I so slow? Oh yeah, no, I am 62. Sorry, I thought for some reason it felt like I was slower than before. Oh! Yes. Relic, boots, an amulet. None of them probably useful. Oh, look at that. There's more down there. Holy shit. Body armor. That's crazy. Yeah, none of them I need. Okay, let me see what we have here. Elemental resistance, increased stun chance, 11%, but yeah, we got max resistance. Yeah, so pick that up. 61%, 8%. What is this? If we get something with critical strike chance, that would be sweet. Necrotic resistance, 12, 5. That's nice to see the big explosions of the lizards.
Stand down or die.
Okay. Again, we don't need stabilization, which is fine, so we can actually just leave. So let's actually see what we got here. Got an amulet. Increases casting speed. Yeah, don't need that. Increases cooldown, recovery rate, evade charge, seconds, haste, cooldown, recovery speed for fairy leap. Don't need that. Wyron's wisdom. Health, melee cold damage. Don't need cold damage. We have plenty of those. Yusinui's sphere. Lightning resistance, water orbs, caster attunement. Yeah, that's some intelligent stuff as well, so we don't need any of those at all.
Take care.
Here we go, corruption. So if we do this, we increase by 36 plus 6, which is exactly what we need to get to 200. So this will get us to over 200, which is exactly what we're looking for. So let's hope that we have enough orbs to do that. Because it depends on the shade. There is a shade, you don't always get the same shade. And there is a shade which casts a meteorite, and holy shit, there is so little warning or telegraphing when he does that. I get hit every time by the meteorite, so I have to do sometimes a couple of runs, and I got really unlucky. I had like 7 orbs at some point, and I wasted 6 just until I got a shade that stopped doing that meteor slump. That was so... And it's not the one that has that build-up where he has that big void gem hanging in the middle of the air that slowly descends. It wasn't that. It was the one where literally out of nowhere just it hits meteorite. That's it. Like, you're fighting him. I couldn't see a warning. I'm sure there is one, but I couldn't see it, any telegraph. It just goes BAM! Meteorite right on the face. And it does just a little bit more damage than I have health, which is very annoying. Oh, I never seen that helmet before. Ooh, found some new stuff I haven't seen before. Increased critical strike chance, less elemental damage taken. Prism shots orbit you for 10 seconds and then expire. If released, they target the nearest enemy and explode, dealing elemental damage and shredding elemental resistance. That sounds pretty cool, but I don't think, excuse me, I don't think this is something that I could be running with. But still, I'm gonna keep it because it sounds pretty awesome. Hey.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
let's get another one of those just in case.
Take care.
And let's do it. We have 3 attempts. That's it. Let's go. Hopefully we're gonna get the corruption over 200 now. I'm probably gonna die right away. Boom. This... Oh, I hate this meteorite. You see the line, and just as the line appears, boom. And that is because the meteorite starts where he is. It doesn't start on the other end of the map. So if you fight ranged, you're fine. If you fight melee, you're screwed. Because he literally summons it right where you are. There is like half a second, maybe, not even half a second. You need immediately evacuate when he does that line. And it, oh man, it's so fucking annoying. And now the corruption, of course, is down to 24 because we get extra per orb. So, oh, okay, let's do the boss quickly again. Sure. Okay, we're at 710. 23. Is that enough? Yeah. I might actually have to farm more of those, but unfriggin' believable. So we need actually at least 3.
Stand down or die.
My shadow
There we go.
changes anything. This world is already dead.
Oh, it's 1% higher, isn't it? That atrophy gloves. See, we do get up to 78 stability, so actually running the dungeons down here is, you see, now we get 36 corruption again. Well, let's try it, and then after that we're gonna do some more of these, and so we don't waste all our envy. I really hope it's not that stupid meteorite again. Oh, it looks like it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, what? What is happening? Oh!
But what's yours?
Okay. Got the Siphon of Anguish. Okay. Did we get a good roll on it? Let me see. We got 1.5 out of 3, 2.8 out of 3, 16 out of 30 is not good. So this is not even a good one, but still nice. So we actually made it. So now our corruption is over 200, which is exactly what we wanted. Now I did reset all of this, and that's fine. But if we want to, for example, immediately try the boss, and just to see if we can actually manage to do the boss, to be fair. Yeah, that's the thing now. Are we even going to be able to do it? Because now the World Splitter is only going to drop at a 15% base chance, from what I understand, starting now from the Harbinger. So we have to defeat the Harbinger. So let's see. Okay.
Yes. Take care.
How much do we have? Okay, we need about another 170.
Yes.
$200. Okay.
Take care. Yes. Yes. Take care.
Okay, let's see. This is gonna be so hard. I don't even know if I can do the boss, never mind the Harbinger. Because he does more damage as well now. I don't really get hit a lot of times by him, but I do get hit sometimes, and if I don't survive it, then yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that was me doing the rings and that at the same time. That is hardcore, man. Yeah, we only need a little bit, so let's not waste our envy. Let's do a... Yeah, let's do one of those. How are we gonna do on these now, actually? That would be interesting to see if we're gonna survive still on these guys. Oh, okay. It's not too bad. In the trash so far. Wait until we see a champion. Oh, wow, we get our... Oof. Holy crap. Dude, chillax. Well, they drop just the same, I guess, but they have a higher chance of higher legendary potential. So what do we have here? Okay. We got legendary potential 1. It's not bad. This one we don't really have use for it, I think. Releasing fissure, flames, yeah. Okay, that's actually, we survived it. So we're doing okay, so now we just have to get upgrades. That's the thing. The density is not all that amazing. I suppose we could have density gone up to the cemetery.
Stand down or die.
Might as well. Let's head in there. Do the quick stability. Ooh. Yeah, we got our stability bonus, very good. And we had some fun in the process. Come on, no, it rarely happens that I run out of mana. But when it happens, it's scary pants. Go. Yeah, we need mana. We need the relic. We need mana. Yeah, I think this one is increased critical strike chance. Tier 5. That's actually very good. Yeah, I'm not going to change that. I don't think I want to change anything. Yeah, they're very good. Chance again, frenzy for 3 seconds, 70% increased echo damage when a skill is echoed. Maybe we can get critical strike chance on that. Okay, doesn't really matter. We got another decayed skull. They're actually not really that bad. They're quite good if you get the strength on them. +1 to all sentinel skills? That's crazy. Increased elemental damage over time, fire resistance increased, none of which is of any interest to me. Movement speed increased, thrown stack, chance of being on hit, damage reflected to attackers. Yeah, these three we can get rid of. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, nope.
Yes. Take care.
Okay. Let's try that again. Have you heard from Kona at all? Kona? Oh, no, actually, no. No, I don't think so. He said he doesn't have any communication. As in access to anything. Mobile phones or whatever. So I suppose he's going cold turkey on all of this. Okay, that's fine. These are fine. They're easy to avoid.
Stand down or die.
This hate, this despair,
Okay.
this world earned its ruin. Do you deny it?
Okay.
My shadow will cover this world once more.
Come on.
Pathetic.
Oh.
My vengeance will be paid in
Okay, okay. Let's go.
this world is a dead god for a dead world. Pathetic. Power in my shadow.
Oh shit, he does these as well, I forgot. Oh! Mother of fuck. Jesus. That was so overkill. Jesus Christ. Yeah, when he summons all these duplicates, I have to get the hell out of dodge and just take my distance. And I totally was avoiding him, but I went right into the other guy's hit. Yeah. Let me just see if we can at least get the relic. Have another stab at the relic. That should be quick because it's a lower level. Fall of the Empire timeline. So this doesn't change. So this stays at 206, which is good. Yeah. However, I might actually want to change the blessing on it. So let me change my blessing to something more defensive.
Greetings.
Okay, so the Black Sun. I have loads unlocked there. So the one we currently have is Shred Void Resistance, which is nice. But I have also increased, where is it? Dodge, void resistance. Not defensive. What am I looking for? Critical strike chance, I think. Yeah, 66% critical strike chance. Excellent. And Fall of the Empire, is it? Yeah, Fall of the Empire. We're currently... How do I know which one I have equipped? Actually, don't know. Okay, what do we have here? Increased ring charge, 200. Oh, that's just shards and stuff. Ugh, yeah, increased bow, element shard drop rate, increased amulet shard drop rate, increased wand, increased bow, relic shard drop rates. I think I have the relics equipped in a moment or something. Increased ailment shard drop rates. Yeah, I don't think I care too much about that. Okay, let's go to the Fallen Empire.
The lesson remains.
Hopefully he's doing well, not losing his mind, was a drill sergeant yelling. Yeah, I hope he's okay. I mean, he was really into it. He really wanted to do it, so, I mean, I really hope, you know, that it does work out. We have actually 2 of the bosses here that we already done. So the way this works now, the catch-up mechanic is, you can see here if we would do the corruption increase, yeah, because our current maximum corruption is 206 in the Black Sun, which is already very hard for us. So right now I need better gear and I need to farm it in the lower. So if I want to get this corruption up to the level of the other one, I can now do a corruption echo here. And you can see that I get +7, I get +24 because we have we get 12 per gaze of corruption, but I also get an extra +71 bonus corruption. So we would get in total 7, 31, 102. So we would actually end up at 202 corruption. So that's basically the game's way of making it easier for you to catch up to the difficulty level that you know you want to play it. But right now I'm actually glad this is low, so I don't actually want it high. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to, I think this one only applies to the last run echo, is it? 7 to the most recent amount of time you entered. Oh, okay, so if let me run at least 1 here so that I know for very sure that the envy rune will be applied to this timeline. And this timeline is much easier now, obviously, because, you know, it's only 100 corruption. We should destroy everything much faster. Now, it doesn't mean it's easy. It just means the mobs have less health, you know, so it should all go a bit quicker, and we should be able to kill the boss much quicker as well.
Stand down. down or die.
Jeez, all these uniques are dropping for different classes. Very annoying. What is with all these different class drops? Jesus. There was at least 5 uniques in this run, and they were all for different classes.
Stand down.
Ah, Portal Charm, I got really excited there. Second. There we go, nice. Okay, done. Idle. Oh, we got a belt. Okay, that's a different belt. Alright, what belt do we get here? Harbinger of Stars. Increased meteor fall speed doesn't really apply to us, but hey ho. Okay, let's go.
Take care.
Now, if I take this.
Take care.
Okay, 470. How many do we have left? 17. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can defeat the boss. I think we need to do the Harbinger because what Harbinger is in here again? The one we need to kill is called Hearten's Husk. I think that's the name of the Harbinger in here, if I'm not mistaken. Can we see the name of the Harbinger here? Harbinger of Treason. Or maybe it's the boss's name? Oh, it's just the boss. The single face boss, this fight tries to overwhelm the players, overlapping blah blah blah. He can have the Anchor of Oblivion drop, which is what I'm after. So yeah, I don't even think I need the Husk for this fight. So that's great. If we do, then I'm gonna have to do it twice, I guess. I don't think we need it because obviously it's easier just to do the boss. think the yeah, that's him.
Accepted. The void is all that is left. Let the void take you. The abyss calls. Can't you hear it?
There we go. Okay, we currently have the increased prefix shard drop rate 15%, 18%, yeah, so we keep current, confirm selection. And it's the shield. I think the shield drops the most frequent, to be honest, so let's do that again. And we have to do one run, otherwise we're not gonna get to... Oh, they're only corruption echoes. That's not good. Let's go here.
Stand down or die.
Mana courses through me. Oh, they will cage us all.
Stand down or die.
Okay, let's see. Good. We need 400 more.
Yes. Take care.
Stand down or die.
Do you hear it?
Unbelievable.
Free?
Well, 50%. That's really high. Might as well. It's not like it matters too much, really. Unreal. 11 left. Yeah, I don't have anything that I can slot into the egg, so there was no need really. And the other items were kind of suckish anyway. Genie Mac, this timeline has like so many uniques that literally are not for me. It's crazy. Oh, now I get a double ring. Okay, okay, I stop complaining. See what I got. Sunwrath, Quicksilver Coil. Don't have any use for it, but at least it was for me. Stormtide. Ooh, fancy. Go, we're nearly full. Let's go. $43 void resistance. Yeah, that's not bad. We're doing okay on stats. Oof, that's a big boy.
Yes. Take care.
Nice. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, he's actually squeezing a bit now. Oh my god! Stupid spear again. Unbelievable. This stupid thing just does not want to drop. What a pain in the balls. Yeah, it rarely drops, but Jesus. Okay, let's see if we can do it again. Unfriggin' believable. Oh. Last one. After that, I'm all out. What I want to drop is the anchor, and it's the lowest drop chance from him. And we don't need to run on huge corruption, but of course it helps having corruption. Whoa. Fuck, it's, again, like, I keep getting that stupid spear. Ah, look, 2 drop, and it's the spear again. Screw you and your spear. I think Nightbringer is actually rare as well. Yeah, Nightbringer is a very rare drop. So the Nightbringer has the same rare chance to drop than than my anchor. So the only problem I have now is that, see, I keep collecting Gaze of Orbis. So if I do this now, I'm gonna shoot up in corruption so high that I can't deal with that. But that's the problem. So not being able to deal with corruption is obviously, I mean, yeah, sure, I could raise the corruption and then straight at the start of the monolith, I have something that can lower corruption again. So I could kind of ping pong that. But because eventually I'm gonna run out of space here, but yeah, I'm gonna have to keep running this now because I'm running out of whatchamacallit, I'm running out of runes, so I will have to run normal echoes now to get the stability up, but also do the tombs inside so that I get hopefully more runes of envy, and the runes of envy then we can use to, you know, help us quickly raise the level again of stability to fight the boss. sure, why not? It's all experience. Bone Curse also inflicts the... That's not even for me. If it has a bone curse thing on it, why would it be not an accolade specific drop? Why would it be a non-class specific drop if it has a very class specific skill thing on it? I mean, you couldn't get Bone Curse on a Sentinel, could you? Come on! Warpath sometimes gets stuck when you're not aiming perfectly straight. Oh, out of mana. Yeah, okay, I'm wasting too much time running around here. This is not a very easy density. How much envy do we have? 2. Nearly there. So I guess this would be the very first. So the Darkstride boots are the easiest ones to get. The ring was the next easiest to get because all you have to do is fight, I think, a shade in any timeline. I don't think it was timeline specific, but I could be wrong. So now the relic is next, which should be easy enough because you don't have to have high corruption, nothing. The World Splitter, I think, is the one with the highest complexity in the sense that you have to be corruption 200, you have to get it from the Harbinger, so you can't even just shortcut it and just do the boss. Yeah, again, is that some rubbish there? A two-handed spear. Now there is echoes which reset echoes that you already have run, but I don't think I have any of them. Just get some stability up. Come on. Probably have to run 2 more, and then we also reach an end here. Ugh. Is there not one where we can reset stuff? So we've run this boss now 5 times, and he still hasn't dropped the anchor. He did drop the rare quiver, which is also just as rare as the anchor, but of a drop, but not something I needed.
Stand down or die.
I just want to see what it was. That's an offhand catalyst. A little bit more stability.
Stand down or die. Stand down or die.
Ah, we don't need to run it. We have enough stability. Ooh, what is that? It reveals all nearby echoes. That's great. Still have to run 1 more after that. Did we get an envy? No. Oh, we have actually 1 left. Still need. Okay, last round for tonight.
Remember you. Accepted. The void is all that is left. Let the void take you. The abyss calls. Can't you hear it? Yes. Different. Am I free?
Stupid shield again. Unfriggin' believable. We got the shield twice, we got the spears 3 times, we got the bow once. So 6 drops in 5 rounds. And we didn't get it. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to run. What else can I get? Let me see. The other ring doesn't drop. The other ring is something Flames of Midnight. That doesn't drop. Flames of Midnight. Flames of Midnight, that drops only from Aberoth, I believe. Oh no, Spirits of Fire timeline from the Harbinger of Ash. So technically Spirit of Fire timeline, there's no limit. So we could get lucky on that. And it drops from, it's a 10% chance to drop any corruption, so that ring would give us swiftness, and every time you use a void skill you create a wandering spirit near the target location. 4-second cooldown for each skill type. So if we do necrotic damage, it does it for that. Void damage does it for that. Skill. 7 ward gained each. 7 ward gained each second per active wandering spirit. 100% of wandering spirits base damage converted to fire. Fire, necrotic, and void penetration. Plus 17%. So this ring is very good for adding some ward decay, and some extra damage and penetration. The Shattered Chains belt. Shattered Chains belt can be obtained from the Shade of Orbis in anywhere with corruption above 120. Or it can drop from a Confluence of Oblivion, which is a Echo. Confluence of Oblivion. Let's see what that looks like. Confluence of Oblivion. Do I have that? I do. So this one has a chance to drop it, the belt, but you have to play it in a corruption 120 or above, which means Black Sun is the only one we can run it in, because I don't want to raise corruption anywhere else right now, unless I really have to. But it sadly can't be generated by a rune from a base item. It doesn't work that way. Unless the information is out of date, and it can. So let me see. So yeah, that didn't work out, Hexcraft. So let me see, a plated belt. It's the wrong belt type. Oh, I don't know where I bought that. Increased cold damage, legendary offhand catalyst. Yeah, we don't need that. This one is not bad actually. Ooh, 12 strength. Increased melee attack speed. Which one is better? Yeah, these ones are definitely better. Bow attack speed, don't care. Chance to ignite, increased fire damage, melee fire damage, melee mana cost. Yeah, this one we don't need. Okay, we don't have a plated belt in here.
Take care.
I have a plated belt in here somewhere. No. And then the other thing is the amulet, which is Nihilus. Now, we can get Warpath on the chest. So one of the things that I wanted to try actually was this chest, how good it is or bad it is. Let me see. So, which one is better here? Yeah, let me just put this one on and then we can see. Minus reduced health, reduced melee damage. Plus 3 armor, plus 3. Okay, so this one is better. And we can put on this technically the Warpath and the increased melee damage on this. Now resistance wise we're fine, we can shovel some things around. But the damage dropped by 30,000. Well, once we put Warpath on it, it shouldn't drop that much, but it would be nice to have a chest with Warpath on it. Tier 6. This one has no potential left. Hang on a second. I have an idea. So we can... Do we have any Runes of Havoc? I don't think I have any left, do I? 1. Chances. Slim to none. Yeah, this one has really good armor. So yeah, this chest we can merge into here. And technically... we also take less damage, we have higher armor. So technically this is a more defensive setup. But I don't... You see, that's the only one I have with Warpath and 20 strength. I don't want to lose this one. Oh man, I hate it so much. It would be nice to get a 2 LP one here, and then I get lucky with maybe strength and Warpath. It would be pretty sweet. And we want to get needle again, because this needle here is very good, but it does less damage. However, it has more mana, so you can see no, I thought this was giving us mana. Does it give us? Oh yeah, okay. It converts block chance to parry. I don't think I have any block chance. Defense. Block chance 0, yeah. And it gives us more critical strike chance. Critical strike chance multiplier is 3.04, and for each per meter from the target. Oh, okay, up to 5 meters. Block chance is converted to parry. We don't have any block chance yet. And we lose life leech as well because of this. So we lose life leech because it's gonna go to a sword, which means the base critical strike chance with a sword is increased by 10%. Base critical strike chance is 37, and with this it's still 37. Why is that? I don't know, but this one has also 78 increased melee damage, 88 melee avoid damage, and speed. How's this stronger? 26,000. Yeah. Warpath is much stronger with this. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a pain in the balls trying to get the items now that we need. Because they're all based on RNG. There's nothing we can really do. We need the relic. Anyway. I think I'm gonna leave it here for tonight. So we had a good crack at it. We increased the corruption. We had a good try. We had an unsuccessful try at the world splitter because 200 corruption is pretty rough, which means we do need to increase. I need probably work on my blessings, so it might be a good idea to go to the other to these guys here and increase the blessing. This is critical strike chance. This one here is mana, so we probably should get you know, a higher version of that. This one here is necrotic resistance, which is not really that much of an interest to me, so elemental resistance probably would be better, but I don't think I have that. And endurance threshold. Yeah, we definitely want the mana, and there is one in Reign of Dragons. There is one here that has resistance to all, so I could technically work on that and get higher resistances to everything. But I can do that off camera. So what I can do is I can unlock all the blessings in the other monoliths, and then go from there. But yeah, the rest is now just grinding, and hope that the things drop that you need. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. Listen guys, thank you so much. I hope you had a good time. If you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls. And I hope to see you guys in another stream. So have a good night and stay safe. Bye bye.